This is Brothers Talking Shit podcast, episode 137. If you don't know, after 137 episodes, who I am the Flush Man. I'm still a fat boy. It's been a while, but I will call you Broadish, and I'm still your Huckleberry. Holla at me.
And this Iceberg Shorty, aka the King of Controversial Comments. I said what I said. I'm at where I'm at. Don't hit me unless you try and cut the check. And I ain't got nothing extra today, man. I'm ready to pod. I've been ready to pod all day. Ready to pod.
Man, what's up? It's your boy Drew, aka the Tron God, aka Juice, coming live from the liquor store in my neighborhood, ready to fucking podcast tonight. It's a lot of great subjects. Please forgive me. This is my disclaimer. It might be a lot of trigger shit tonight. That's why I gotta go get some alcohol. I love y'all. I'm ready to podcast.
Yeah.
What's good? It's your boy Jay, Big Belly Rude Boy 2 times. I've been sipping that tequila, so y'all better be ready for this episode because we coming live raw, giving it to you. What's going on is JB. I'm here before 9, and I'm gonna pass it to Mr. One.
Hold up. And I be fucking up sometimes, and my stats be all fucked up, but I got jokes for days, and I'm gonna pass it to the one and only.
And this your guy, Cool Mike, aka Dr. Mike, aka the People's Podiatrist, also known as your favorite foot doctor, and we coming to you as a collective of earth shakers.
Yes, sir, we are.
We some 40-acre takers. We not waiting for no hand.
Take that.
And we some generational curse breakers.
We been that.
We are the prophetic podcast because we be knowing.
We do be knowing that shit sometimes.
And we just some brothers talking some shh.
With your coolest
air.
First off, before we start, I want to send some love out to my father. He a little sick right now. Pop, I love you. Get well. You know what I mean? I want to PJ, shout out to PJ. You know, PJ got that corona situation going on, cuz. We love you, cuz. Get well soon. I'm gonna throw that out there. Shout out to Ani. Look, cuz I got that on, you know what I mean, all day. Appreciate you. Had a good time. All right, fellas, what's up? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
What's good?
I had some money. Getting to
I'm gonna ask the room, man. Where y'all want to start, man? Where we at with it? Where we starting at today, fellas? Cool OG. Hold up. OG triple OG. Cool. Where we starting at, cool? What we starting with?
We you know, I put on a thread. We might well start with the you know, some of the biggest news, I guess. We can start with that Lil Nas X, I would imagine.
Okay, let's go. What you got for me?
I don't know. Somebody else might want to tee it up. You know, I just thought it was kind of ironic that I chose to wear a Butt God shirt today on the podcast. Shout out to KB Keita Brown for the Butt God collection. But no, man, I wasn't too whenever I'm not big on Satan and his thing, you know, and what I mean by that is I just saw like clips and all of that from Lil Nas X about from an imagery standpoint. So I was immediately disinterested. And so just like anything else that I don't want to learn about, I don't watch. I tune out, right? And so I didn't have an outrage because I didn't consume it to begin with. And there was a question about whether it should come up on the podcast. And my initial and early in the weekend answer was flat out no. And so as the weekend progressed and leading up to now, it's become a loud enough noise in the room where I think you can't not address it. The situation with the Nikes, and you know, Nike was on board, not on board, you know, was presumed on board. Now they had to come out and release a statement. So it's a lot to it. The aftermarket sneakers, there's a lot there to delve into. So I just only thought so right that you know, just kick that can and pass it around to the room. I'm not sure what people thought about it one way or the other.
All right, so Juice, you said you had I think you brought it up to the group.
Yeah, I'm about to get him. I'm about to get in my car right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry I had to pick up my rum so I can talk on a lot of shit.
All right, so Iceberg, what you got on the Iceberg? I'm pretty sure you got a little information.
Yeah. So I'm as the resident sneakerhead,
right.
You know, they came out with a pair of Air Max 97s, the all black ones with the white check. And basically, there's companies out here that buy these shoes in bulk or acquire these shoes in bulk and get independent designers to repurpose them. And they do different things to them because, you know, once you own the shoe, you can kind of do what the fuck you want to do. But there's a but to that. And I try to take the word but out my vocabulary. Nike is a fucking worldwide conglomerate, right? And if you think that you're going to get in there and do something that they're not a part of, or they don't want you to be a part of, they're going to shut that shit down. So I believe the company is MCHF. They basically had some type of partnership with Lil Nas X, and they were making 666 pairs. Yes, y'all heard me right. 666 of this Satan version of the shoe. So now I think I got to dig a little bit deeper, because what happened a few years back, they basically had like the holy pair. And I don't know if Nike had something to do with that or if it was the same thing. They got water from the Nile River, put it inside the air bubble and blessed it basically, right? So you had holy water in your shoes. So now you come out with this version where they are painted black and red, has I think Luke 10:18 on the side, which is a something in the Bible that references Satan, a pentagram emblem, and 60 cc's of red ink dye in the bubble, and a drop of real human blood from one of the employees at MCHF or whatever the company it was, right? And everybody, you know, selective outrage for me. You know, a drop of blood is what the fuck ever, you know what I'm saying? It's probably a drop of blood in every space that we occupy in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? Definitely in your bed, definitely on your toothbrush, right? You know what I'm saying? All of that thing, all that stuff is there. So I mean, it wasn't like motherfucker was sitting on the goddamn giving away ounces and millions of ounces of blood because it was only 666 pairs of shoes. But Nike shut that shit down. They sued the motherfuckers today. Today. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they don't fuck around. I remember when we were younger, and I say that loosely, in 97, 98 time frame, they had the Nike Air Bacons in the back, and it said Air in a flame-like pattern that that resembled the word Allah in Arabic. Well, the Muslim community shut that shit down, and they took it off. Right? Yeah. I do have it close. Man. Go ahead. Somebody else can go.
All right, that's a big deal. Go ahead, Juice.
No, go ahead, Cool. Go ahead.
Oh, there we go. So back in the day, this shoe had air in the back, and it was like a flame. Yeah. But it was Allah is what it looked like.
Y'all know who had the originals?
Y'all
know who had the originals? It's a gentleman in this podcast that had the originals with before they changed it.
Both of us did, but he is the reason I got mine. Don't get it fucked up. I wasn't even throw him out there, but you brought it up.
That's what I'm saying.
It was fly.
So, off the street with the red polo shirt. Cool, I remember.
And the Philly hat. I mean, the Pittsburgh Pirates hat.
He was there.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Juice.
All right. So I'm gonna speak on that real quick. It became a thing. It was a few conversations I had. You know, I typically try not to get involved in none of this wacky shit on earth. But you know, it kept coming up. And the one thing that pierced through the center for me is this. I don't want to take another man's, you know, ability to create art and present ideals and present a subject matter worth speaking of to anyone. I think that's truly his right. My issue is I just don't, this can't still be a gay thing. Like, this can't be a thing where it's like, the feeling is we're attacking this, you know, piece of art because he's gay. I don't think that's it. I watched the entire video. I'll give you my honest opinion as an artist, as a heterosexual man. I thought that the video was a really good video in design. I've never seen nothing like that. I thought that was good, cool. I like his music. We just dialogued maybe a month ago about how him dropping a new song would be dope. Like we like his music. Here's where I have to draw the line with this. Why do we feel the need to disrespect others for them to see our points? If there's something that you want to speak of in regards to how you feel about whatever you feel, display that. But as soon as we start to attack others and how they make, look, I don't consider myself a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I believe in doing good, love, truth for others. I believe in a lot of things. Some things I'm very conservative on, even when it comes to religion. But I feel like once we got to him bouncing on the dick of the devil and shit, bro, it was like, what are you now trying to say? And then why is it always like, to me, a black man that's being presented in such a way that's just so extreme? I still feel that way. I'm not the conspiracy guy. I don't know whose idea it was. I'm pretty sure he had a lot to do with it. I know there's a label there, but it's just this. It's like when it comes to us at the peak moment, it's like, this is what we have to offer. This is what you're trying. This is what you're trying to say. And it's, I can't run away from buck breaking. I can't run away from the idea how the view of, you know what I'm saying, real black masculinity is in comparison to everything else. That it just bothers me, because I don't hate Lil Nas X for any other, like, I don't hate him at all. I love his music. I think the majority of people, even black people, Old Town Road is, to me, a genius song. Like, what else do you have to prove? So when you're getting to a place where you're looking for critique and you're going that extreme, it's not because you're gay, bro. It's not because of none of that. My nigga, you were fucking the devil. Like, you have Christian people, then you got to shoot accompany that. Like, why can't we just respect Christians? Regardless of how do you feel about what they think? Anybody, Muslims, like, bro, we went to wars over religion. Like, I don't think people understand that. Like, we went to war over pussy and religion. My nigga, you got to know your limits. You could do and say what you want to say, but we still have to we can't get away from respect, bro. Like, you have to. I may not have a lot of opinions about a lot. Like, I don't like a lot of shit, but I'm not gonna, you know, like, I can't say black bitch no more. Why? Because saying that, even though my intentions may have been, you know, a certain way to reach my sisters and have love for them, enough of them said, nah, dog, that ain't it. I don't want to hear it. It's disrespectful to me. Okay, I'm sorry, Queen. I'm not saying that no more. I'm going to find a different way to approach it. Maybe I shouldn't even talk about it at all out of respect, because the collective, you know what I'm saying, crew is like, nah, that ain't cool. So I feel like the deeper thing is, instead of fighting for freedom of speech and this art, which I do agree with, can we start respecting people though? Like, bro, you can't. What about people that don't know you or hadn't said nothing to you? And you're making that content. That's my thing. Does that sound crazy?
Hey, just let me ask you, because you said that at the beginning of your statement, you said, oh my goodness, I can't remember what you said. You're referring to people attacking him or his actions? Which one are you referring to?
So it's a collaboration of both. I'm really talking about what he presented, because I feel like he's not a hero. Like, bro, you're not a hero for making that content. Like, we have had Marilyn Manson. We've had other people. Marilyn Manson was tearing pages out the Bible, wiping his ass with it. Wasn't even like, I mean, he was so extreme, if anyone remembers that. So it's like, you're not pushing the envelope, bro. Like, this has happened before. You are intentionally causing a conversation that is becoming well, y'all don't like him simply just because he's gay. Like, no, bro. No,
let me ask you this,
one.
Juice.
Go ahead.
You said listen to the whole. You watched this. You listened to the song. I haven't heard the song. I just seen parts of the video.
Right.
Do the song relate to the visual?
Yeah. No. Yes, it does. My perception of it was I get the message is, you know, it's basically almost his world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't judge him where he's at. You ain't got to be judged. You could be, you know what I'm saying? It's who you are. You know what I'm saying? No matter how raunchy it is, like, I kind of understand where he's going with that. I really do. But I feel like it seems like him and the team didn't feel like that could be done any other way outside of this. Like, so we have to go. Go ahead.
Is it more? Did you not look at it as art? Do you look at it as as clickbait, as something just to have people to saying his name no matter how it comes across? Because you said that the video seemed good. No, because you said he seen the video.
Yeah. So yeah. So we have to think about this in two spaces. Like there's art, right? And then there's the music business. There's art where you just put it out the way you feel, then there's the music business. I think this was more of the music business. Like, he has the resources to be able to create content like that. He has the resources to get it on a major, all major placements and put it out like that. And make it the talk of the town. I think he's done really good at doing this. He understands it. Look, no different than the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. We watched the documentary for those that watched it. The one thing that I can say, and I want everybody to hear me out that may be listening to me, I am no way, shape, or fashion co-signing on the snitch. I never co-signed on the snitch. Remember, I'm still from the hood. I understand it, and I got my own opinions on it. So now, I don't co-sign on anybody that goes and does what I consider snitching is getting into illegal activity on your own, knowing what's up, and throwing others under the bus just to get you out of the time. You do the shit like a man, stand on it. But the one thing I understand about Tekashi is he knew where he wanted to go, and he knew that it was going to take the manipulation of the internet and attention to help him ascend in spaces where he could make money and become famous. And he didn't care. He started to recognize what those things would look like or how he would have to do those things to get in those spaces. I don't think that's any different from Lil Nas X. I mean, this is like his second or third time. The first time was when he obviously came out and said he was gay. Okay. It was a little shocker. People kind of questioned it, but eventually they got over it. And it's like, okay, once that died down, then he came back where he was dressed up. Like he had boobs in the ass. Like, it's like, you keep coming back with things of sensationalism because
he almost like said he like women at one point. I mean, like women again at one point.
He wasn't getting. Yeah, right. Let me ask y'all. So, do y'all think that this is the aftermath of Tekashi without the gang? Is this what Tekashi has?
Bro, Tekashi is literally probably one of the smartest, dumbest motherfuckers around. You understand this? Lil Nas X has one of the biggest records of all time. Right. We not talking about for the summer. We not talking about for the decade. We talking about one of the biggest records of all fucking time. What else is there for him to do besides troll?
We had that conversation. That's it. We just had this conversation.
I know, bro. Everybody don't know that. Like, you're not gonna bring it up.
I know.
Come on, bro. Like, don't step on my point. Talk about what we did this weekend. So
my bad.
They did the rock sign.
Yeah.
My bad. No, but
my point. I like it didn't change. Go ahead, Jack.
You know what? I feel need. I think it's
Go
ahead.
I think it's clickbait. No, I think it's just clickbait. I think it's something for him just to stay relevant and inside the news and stuff like that. It's not really nothing, like you said earlier. It's not really nothing new. It's just something for him to stay relevant, so nobody will like, oh, he fell off. He was a one-hit wonder, or what is he doing now? I'm saying, so like you said,
he did fall off. He will never have.
I'm not saying he ain't.
Old Town Road, so that makes
no.
Right.
Old Town Road was definitely the biggest thing.
Y'all right.
It's just I teamed up with Nike and then I made a shoe and then it didn't get produced because people were hating on me because they say I'm gay. No, he's just trolling right now. It's like a female who goes on fucking Instagram and puts her pictures up there and shakes her ass 3 times.
Or it was a fake.
No, he ain't gonna apologize. He ain't gonna.
Yeah, no, the more y'all talk, the more I think you're right. Like, especially like we just with the trolling and kind of putting it out there and rolling it out. And I think the only thing Tekashi did wrong was being a gang.
Right.
For real.
Right.
Like that, for
that was
real.
the only thing he did wrong.
You know what I mean? Like, damn, right. You could have, he had a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the end, because just like the production in music and hip hop, just like the rappers, right? They lost a lot of skill, but rappers understand cadence and tonality and tunes. Juice will back me up, I'm sure, on this, right? So sometimes the doofiest thing will stick in your head because they understand these things. Now they're walking around with these high def videos, and so the ability to go viral is a science that this generation readily understands, and so you just add to that art, I guess, in the name of art, but like placement and budget. I always look at that too. Like, how you just be like, I'm putting this out now like that. I always root for the true art, which is the music. I always root for the music, man. That if you just kind of can keep doing music and music is your lane, that all that shock value and all that trolling and all that other stuff, it'll definitely get you high, a bump up. But are they loyal consumers of your product? You know what I mean? And really, the only reason I'm talking about Homeboy is because of the imagery. It still ain't. I don't even plan on watching it, to be honest.
Me neither. But, and know what? Honestly, when I think about Old Town Road, I think about basically the same. Like Old Town Road to me, when I first heard about it, I thought it was like a troll, almost like something that somebody just did. I mean, like the black young cat doing country music. That's what his career is.
He definitely was playing, but it was a great.
Right,
play.
It worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
He played it until they called it not country, and then, like I say, the song wasn't nothing but it's really still,
until that's what took it off though. When they called it not country, that's when it really took off.
We embraced it, right? Like what the fuck exactly. We do.
So he's looking for that. He's looking for that shock value of that's the only way he can stay relevant. He's not. I don't look at him as a dope artist. Did he have an album? I couldn't even tell you. Did he actually drop an album?
He dropped the album, but like I said, it wasn't Old Town Road.
Did anybody ever ask him why he called himself Lil Nas X? What's that about?
A name that stick out, a little name that stick out, probably just like another troll situation.
Is he talented? No, I mean, not really.
He has talent. I don't.
No,
without the gimmicks. Without the gimmick. I'm sorry, Jay. Without the gimmicks, that's what it's same. It's all gimmicks, but it's a different one. For me, he might as well have stayed making country music. That's what I thought would have been a good lane for him. You know what I'm saying?
He trolled the song.
I agree. See, that's a great point. Like, and it's a geeky point, but bro, you could just make music and be as rich as you want to be, and if that's what it's about, and be gay, and be like a shockingly gay guy. What you doing, right? Like, what's the aim? You know, what
you can be gay without all that. You can be gay without all that.
You could be Elton John, nigga. You could be like, you could be the hip hop Elton John, and niggas will fuck with you. Frank Ocean, people fuck with gay. Like, I mean, what you doing?
That's that nigga team.
And on another note that y'all brought up this, when he said Tekashi was in his inbox. So I'm just saying, y'all brought that name already.
Listen, he said that's that dude team, dog. Like them, you assigned a team. That nigga on the label, he signed to Columbia, whoever. They got a team. They sit down. Hey, this is what we ought to do. He's a young kid. Like, at the end of the day, I want to bring it home too. This is a young kid, bro. The young kid, they got a bag. They telling him what he can do. He's doing a lot. So at the end of the day, as the public, we need to the mature people of the society need to be like, hey, this is bullshit. It's all okay.
Nigga got give a little extra respect for niggas like Soulja Boy and shit like that. If this shit this hard to be like rich and famous and young, if some shit that you created, like, I can't say the dude is talentless. Is his music gimmicky? Because you like to create an Old Town Road, you can't say that officially. But again, if you could do that, you could at least fall short. And fall short could be drop albums every now and then and write for people, like, for the rest of your life, and appear in movies and voiceovers and shit. I don't know what the fuck these dudes want. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
I think that the music business today has become just the stepping stone to the other things, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you can go from the mega superstars like Rihanna, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. All the way down to fucking Blueface. Like, Blueface stay being talked about on the internet for everything other than music. Right, the same with Tekashi, right?
But listen,
the same with Lil Nas X, like,
and that's
all you need that one joint. All you need that one joint.
That Instagram dude with blue hair, blue wig, got like 5 million followers. Man, they making these people rich. Lil Nas X could have sold some fucking skincare to these women or some shit. I don't know what he want.
Who heard Old Town Road before Billy Ray got on it? Nobody.
Oh shit.
I didn't know it was a song before Billy Ray got on it.
I don't even know if I ever really heard it all the way through.
It was a song before Billy Ray got on there.
It was like a minute 30. It was a short song.
I thought it was a skit.
No, it was a song before Billy Ray, and then Billy Ray got on it, and
I remember
that's
being
where
there.
it blew
I
up.
remember before Billy Ray jumping on.
And it's a TikTok song. It's a TikTok song as well. So
it's a bag in that.
But if you look at, but you like, they don't talk about what's the other black dude, Blanco Brown, that does country, right? You don't hear about him other than him, his accident last year, whatever. But they don't speak about that. But he came out with what was that song? The Get Up. Go on, put your 2-step in, cowboy.
It's about the gimmick. It's not really. It's about gimmick. That's what he do. But I don't know. Like bro said, I'm Iceberg, so I can definitely see it being a thing where though he'll be around, but I don't think musically. I think that's kind of it. But in these days and times, you can continue to do stuff like that, and they'll continue to, every once in a while, you'll pop up and you'll make the shade room, and people will be talking about it. But I mean, if you want to be respected as an artist, I don't feel like he gets that from people.
Nobody cares about respect as an artist. That's only
people
people
do.
that.
I think
no,
some
they
people
don't. I don't.
You don't think it's some young artists who care about it?
No, because they wouldn't rap the way they rap. They can't.
Hey, Flush, my question. So what would be the opposite of what he does that you feel like would garner him respect from his peers? That I'm just asking, like, that you feel like he may not have.
You know what? I couldn't speak on it because I don't know what a guy. Hey Lola, I don't know what a guy 21. I gotta sit down with my nephew and find out. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't know because I don't got no young.
Make good music.
I mean, let me think. Who's that age? I don't know.
Make a hot album.
Well, my man, shout out to Trell. Trell told me a long time ago. He said, "Bro, don't nobody listen to bars no more. It's about the vibe. It's about the beat. That's what it's about. Don't nobody really care about what they saying." So to me,
right, that's why they sucking y'all in like you.
So anyway,
Lil Nas X, he could have make a good album. Get these young niggas, do some drill music, do some weird shit. Like that's the other side of weird. Do some country shit.
How old is Roddy Rich? How old do y'all think Roddy Rich is? Is he young like that, or is he more?
Roddy Rich, young. Roddy Rich, he a young dude. He young, yeah.
They all young, ain't they?
Like it's like this, bro. So like the music.
I asked that question. Oh, my bad, Juice. Go ahead.
I was saying I was just gonna throw this in. I'm gonna back out, because y'all know I'm the music expertise in my mind. I would say, man, look, it's hard to do that. Like you said, make a great project. Man, you got to really look at how many people did that, and not everybody wants to do it because it's difficult. When you think about Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, or you think about To Pimp a Butterfly in terms of like the industry and when these projects came out, man, no, that's their risk. That's a risk. That's a risk still. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, they're gonna go get the great producers. They're gonna get all that shit, but it still could be viewed a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, that's not necessarily something that people may jam, or we may feel like they're jamming a mass consumption like Throat Baby. Like there's certain songs that just do really well massively, but they may not grow well over time. There's other albums that just grow well over time because it truly is considered an artistic piece, but you have to digest it a little differently than something like, I don't know, Vanilla Ice Baby. Like, so sometimes an artist looks at it like, you want the hits, bro. The hits make you money. The hits get you a lot of things. Like the hits can get you a lot. Sometimes a good record, and unless you're independent or you have a good situation, a great album that may take time to grow over time or be looked at or revered in art as a certain way may not always be as lucrative. That's why people want to go for the hits. Go ahead.
An album that we look at, or might like damn, what's my man from Slaughterhouse?
Royce.
You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about it, but these young cats ain't checking for the real good, like what we consider to be good music. The last album I really seen that was like the what's my shorty? Jasmine Sullivan album. You see that getting talked about. You get what I'm saying? But we don't really hear the albums. It's all about everything but that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
but did you see what Jasmine did? Jasmine, listen, I told my wife this shit before that album dropped. I said she's gonna need a stylist. If she gets a stylist and she, because her singing has always been there, but she switched up her style a little bit. She talking about fucking and she got a stylist and everybody's talking about her. It's like the same shit we say we don't want when an artist do that shit. We all over it because we do like that shit. We just want it presented a certain way. So like that shit, like Royce is gonna have his fan base. He's gonna have his niche market. But you know, we already know what's finna turn up now. And you know, we got the NBAs, we got the Dirks, there's a certain genre that's just gonna turn up massively. You just gotta know where you are. So even for Lil Nas X, I'll give him this. He really don't have nowhere to be but where he's at right now. So he has to exploit that space as much as he can. He just need to be careful before he moves on to the next portion of his career, because what a lot of these guys don't understand is you do have stages. Like you're gonna get out of this. You got your late 20s, middle ages. That's an audience. You know, you got that buying base from 18 to 44. It's large, but it changes.
And it's
Yeah,
really
but
like
he might not be playing the
The
long
long
game.
game. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Right.
And ultimately, this is the like I don't like. I'm kind of like in between because I'm like I don't understand why people get outraged about things like this when there's literally no, in my opinion, there's very little negativity that is present in what he's doing. Because we'll stand up here and we'll have this respect and this affinity for somebody like a Bobby Shmurda, who ultimately may or may not participated in a crime. So we'll tie our respect to what's comfortable to us. Right. Here it is, something on the excuse me, like different that I don't really like you wouldn't necessarily attach yourself to, but ultimately like how
he ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah, like how detrimental is it to it? Because we literally talked about saying about violence and drugs in our music for 40 years. 40 years. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like no one had a problem with any imagery of violence. Like I remember when the Warner video came on, the box took it down, but we had already seen it. We had already seen, big busted dudes coming through the door. Or we've already seen.
He said the box. The box.
Yeah.
I don't think you can compare those. But see, Jordan, like I be having, and I always respect your opinion, bro. Like you are very everything
it's
is
not necessarily. It's not even necessarily my opinion. It's more or less like.
But I think it's a difference. But see, it's like okay.
It's a difference on what you're comfortable with.
But let's look at Goodfellas.
You know what I'm saying?
But we watch a certain. I'm not saying none of it's right, but I think that there are certain displays of information we can visibly say, you know what, that's some fake shit, or maybe it's based off some real shit. Like the boundaries seem to be set when it's presented. Let me explain what I mean. When you see Goodfellas, if you want to be a gangster, then you just want to accept all that gangster shit. That's it. That's what it is. Some people look at that and be like, hell nah. Look at all that killing. Look at it's very polarizing. I think sometimes when we start talking about sexuality and how we present it, it's not so much. And that's the thing, we expect it to be, but it's not polarizing. There's a large gray area there. And when we're not talking about it and understanding, and then we're leaving it accessible for kids for mass consumption, that's different than Biggie kicking in. Because I could tell you like this.
So when Snoop on Doggy Style say bitches ain't shit for hoes and tricks, he's talking about black women, right?
But see, look,
he's talking about our women, right?
He is. But when those records came out, there's two things we got to remember. There was parental advisory, and secondly, you couldn't listen to hip hop in my house. Like, bro, you could not listen to rap in my house. You get caught. Now we were doing it, but if you got caught with it, that was considered some devil shit. I have a cousin.
It wasn't on your phone. It wasn't right there in your hand.
It wasn't on your phone. It wasn't like my cousin.
So that's two different.
I'm not excusing what I'm not. I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is the subject matter has been there. Yes, the accessibility, no. And then it's like even
because you're still prohibited. Like you're still prohibited.
But no, they wasn't. They're not prohibited from this video. Now my daughter sent me. Listen, I was doing something else. My daughter, 15, inboxed me. All the kids seen it. They sent it to me.
But I'm saying, Juice. So I say that because you had Doggy Style in your hand, right? At 12, right? I listened to it at 12.
No. No. I'll be honest. I listened to it. I saw it, but I didn't have it in my hand. As a matter of fact, my cousin who got caught with it, it got taken from him. Like we had to keep. There's a brand of kid that probably bought a tape twice. because the first one they got caught with, they had to throw it away. Like, dog, like for real.
We all these kids on that fucking line.
My mom threw Big out the window. My mom threw my Big tape out the window in the car.
I definitely hid my NWA tapes and my Eazy-E tapes from my mother. Definitely.
My mother took my MC Brain tape and told me I couldn't have back to.
Hey, my dad, listen.
I'm gonna look for my shit tomorrow.
My dad came in the house and heard that fucking fuck the police, bro. It was like, nah, nigga. Nah, ain't no fucked up, none of that. Like, so what I'm saying is, I see what Jordan is saying as far as subject matter, because maybe if those things hadn't predated this moment, we wouldn't be complaining about this here. And I agree with that. But I think we still kind of have to look at it in a wider spectrum to say all media has been, you know, the discretion has been lifted a little more than what it ever. Like, I was on scramble porn that don't exist no more. Like, they can just hit Pornhub, but I had to really like search to get porn.
You had to put some work in to do it.
You had to put some work in to get some
LimeWire or FrostWire.
No, he talking about before that, when you was just hoping
you had to
catch it through the channel. He's like,
or somebody had a tape or something.
Let me be my dick real quick, because I seen a titty stand still for 3 minutes. It's like, nah, nigga. Like, now it's like
Friday night at 2 a.m. Like,
like now it's like, nah. It's like everything is accessible.
What was that? Real sex?
Real sex was bananas. Like, all that shit.
Like, bro, come on down to the Eldorado.
What you know about
Eldorado's had a channel?
Eldorado show.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, y'all gotta understand how hard, like, it was really to access porn. Like, even B King, like, when we had a conversation, I gave B King his first fucking porn tape, and he hasn't forgotten that. He hasn't forgotten it. And the nigga make nasty music now, but he was like, bro, you gave
Disgusting Justin.
My first Disgusting Justin, like, bro, you gave me my first porn tape, and that shit damn near fucked my head up. And it's like, because we were 12 and you couldn't, and I gave that nigga I gave B King a dirty fucking, like, dog. It was all kind of, I think, motherfucking Purple Passion in that bitch. It's all
all types of levels of debauchery.
Bro, I gave that nigga a VHS tape, my nigga, and it was like 3-4 hours on that bitch of just like porn.
What y'all know about playing the porn low? So stop all this. Oh, somebody coming.
Nah,
the window. You let the window see if your dad pulled up. Like,
it was really 90 minutes. Though. You know, they didn't have that much on them tape. It was 90 minutes.
Oh, they ain't his car. Car stop it. Oh,
man, my papa ain't have a car. I just wait for the door to go. Heard the door open.
Move quick.
That shit funny.
And you talk about 12, boy. 12. You talk about you was listening to Doggy Style. I was doing Doggy Style. Fuck out of here. Shit.
Yeah, so
East Baltimore, baby.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah.
Jay drinking again.
Yeah, he drinking again.
Yeah.
Jay drinking.
Back on the Wizag.
I got something else I know y'all really want to discuss, and I'm just going to drop my little Jews and let y'all go at it real quick as far as this one.
I'm about to pull up real quick. Go ahead.
This Derrick Jaxn situation.
I can't wait. Let's do it.
Listen, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let y'all have it. All I gotta say is this simply: if anybody went out here and purchased anything he sold, listen to anything he said, and decided to take his advice, and you find out that his life ain't what he been preaching or whatever, I feel like that's on you. When I take advice from people, I need to know your life, know your situation, see how your situation is for me to take it from you. So if anybody, to me, if you took his word and use his word and his influence and you purchased things from him because you thought that what he said was true, not knowing nothing else about him, and you find out something different than that, I feel like that's on you. If we ain't learned nothing else from Bill Cosby, I learned that. Somebody can sit back here and say one thing and be living something totally different. So for me personally, I'm gonna leave this right there where is that if it ain't his fault y'all bought it, it's your fault. It ain't his fault y'all ain't that it ain't his. I don't feel like it's his fault. I feel like end of the day, if you feel like you purchased something or he lied to you, it's your fault for believing a turtle stranger and following a turtle stranger. That's all I'm gonna say. Juice, y'all can have it. That's me right there.
But over you say that, my bad. Follow other people.
Say it again.
Like, look how many people follow other people, right?
I can't speak for anybody else.
What about
like? Go ahead, Jay.
Creflo?
Who is that?
Creflo Dollar.
Like, look at Creflo. How much Creflo Dollar?
Okay, but listen, this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about myself. If you believe, listen, end of the day, I need to see it. You get what I'm saying? I need to see if it's something personal. If I'm married, right? Only people I'm taking advice from in marriage is people whose marriage I see, and I respect their marriage for me to take their advice. Just because somebody just saying something and talking and all that, that's fine. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not sitting back here holding on to somebody's every word that I don't see with my own two eyes. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Ain't that what they say? That's just how I take it. So end of the day, for me personally, if people are upset because that man lives the life he lives or he done what he's done to his wife, and you purchase things and you feel the way that he portrays you in some manner, I feel like that's on you.
But see, Neve, it's a little deeper than that. It's a little deeper than that because this nigga has been on this shit. He's become a legendary hoe ass nigga. Like he basically he's the nigga that the chick gonna listen to for advice, and he's saying shit like this. Oh girl, if he didn't cheated on you once, he didn't cheated more than that. You don't need to listen. Like he's talking to her like he's the bitch. But the whole time he really talking from the perspective of the nigga that she don't need to be fucking with, quote unquote. And so like when a nigga like me get up and say my shit, I'm attacked, or you're a dog, you're misogynist, how can your wife fuck with you? You ain't shit. Or when a nigga like Kevin Samuels, Patrice, and anybody get up and say some real shit, it comes with a lot of slack. But what we're telling you is, oh, this is how men really think. This is how a man really functions. Let me give you this real, but you'd rather hear the lie. So this nigga right here, swole, big swole nigga, fuck any bitch he want to. Sit in the car. He was sitting outside the chick house, bro. He was sitting outside the chick house making all the videos on what chicks shouldn't do. So
hey, yo, Cool told me he was at the crib of one of the joints while she said she was. Yo. No. I'm talking about when he was in the room with her and she was like right there. But he said outside the crib. Right. Yeah. It was so bad.
He's recording a video in the house.
And she was naked in a thong like 5 feet from me. Go ahead, Juice.
I think that's some player shit. Like this all I'm saying, bro. I really listen. I don't want to go off on a tangent. I'm gonna speak to Derrick Jaxn directly, and I want it to work out this way. You was already doing the Mac shit. You were just afraid to tell the truth. You making your videos with the bitch right next to you in the thong. She know about your old lady. She don't care. You making money. You selling books. They're not gonna care. Women don't care about these things. They just don't want it to look a certain way. Women collectively believe in this fucking relationship, marriage bullshit. They do. But all your heroes are dying. Like, look at Derrick Jaxn. That's your hero. That's your last standing hero of faithful niggas. And you really thought it was real. It's like finding out that Santa Claus does not exist. He don't. That motherfucker don't exist. Your parents bought them gifts. Guess what? I told y'all for 2 fucking years that niggas be fucking. I told you that. And I tried to help you. I tried to sit you down. They told me to stop talking to y'all a certain way. I cut it out. I had like a whole month. I couldn't even I had to back up.
He said your parents bought them gifts and your daddy had 2 families he had to buy for.
Yeah, your daddy had 2 families. Your daddy had 2 families. And you up here talking about, and you listen. So what I'm saying is like, with that is his actions, what he really is doing is not abnormal. A lot of men do that. So there's no need for us to be upset here. There's nothing to see. He just lied about it. Ladies, he lied about it. We're talking to niggas be lying. There's not a nigga on earth that's that goddamn square just because he fucking want to be with you. It's too many y'all to even be doing that. Go ahead, Cool.
So look, I don't even what's that, but like since we did discuss offline a bit, but like I hadn't realized that Derrick Jaxn made a reaction video to the video of him and his wife on the couch together where he was like, I'm gonna talk in the
The
third person.
Yeah.
And he just was like, Derrick Jaxn is I'm like, this nigga crazy. He's crazy.
He cold.
He's like,
He cold with it.
right,
He
he was
did-
cold.
They say
Derrick
he did it from
He
the
was
side
dead
Joe
serious.
house. When he did that video, he said he was at the side Joe house.
He was at another side chick house with a reaction video to the couch video of his wife with the bomb.
I actually fucking with him now. I'm fucking with Derrick Jaxn
This
now.
this
I
my
just need
twist
him to
too.
come out.
He's
not
not
that-
that. He's not that cool.
He
'cause
ain't crazy, but
he's not that cool. Because if he was that cool, he would have them all in check, and this would have never came out. So he ain't
But
that
he
cool.
definitely-
No.
he definitely 20. He didn't spend. That's what happened.
He's
He didn't
already
spend
cold because the reaction video was out and he was at his side chick house. She knew about it. You can't escape.
Oh, hold
this.
on. You talking about when the video
The
came
new
out?
one.
The new video.
Oh,
Yeah,
Today,
right.
today is
He's
the
an idiot.
29th.
He's an
He
idiot.
got caught
Like
with
yesterday.
the 8
he's an idiot, yo.
No,
And he made a video to getting caught. And then a reaction video to that. And then the reaction
And
like,
at
it's
the
crazy.
shorty
He had
crib.
another girl house. Yeah.
I told,
After the party is the after party. They went like that.
Yeah.
I told wifey, I was like, yo, this is all a goddamn play. I think it's all a lie. I think he doing it for clout too. I'm that cynical. I think it's all for clout. I really do. I don't think none of it's real.
I
None
do
of
too.
it.
I believe that. I believe he
None
did it.
of
I
it.
think it's all the same.
The book was already out. He was already talking about it.
And
Whether
that's
he
what make people,
stopped
that's
or
why people
didn't,
grab it anyway. People who didn't have it might grab it just to see how much
Ain't
he
no
was
money.
lying.
I never
Ain't
heard
no
a
money in
boy
that.
into this whole incident. I
Me
never
neither.
heard about it.
Like that.
Me
dude.
neither.
Never heard
Hey,
of
can I tell y'all something? How
Yeah.
is it that this nigga was doing that shit for so long? Listen, I am a nigga who cheated. Listen, people, I've cheated a lot, and you gonna always get caught when you're not paying attention. This nigga actually was going to like work, like he was going outside the house, making videos, turning his whole family up. You don't think they gonna know about? All them women know about that, bro. The wife even know about. Hey, yo, if your wife really mad at you for some fuck shit, nigga, she's not going on there with a bonnet on and a fucked up shirt. She ain't finna do that shit. That nigga's all on top of this shit. He planned it out. He turned out to be the coldest Mac y'all ever met. He ain't no hoe ass nigga.
He said the coldest Mac.
He the coldest Mac. I'm gonna tell you why he the coldest Mac.
I don't feel like that.
Bro, that dude,
No.
let me tell you something. That dude is not an idiot, dog. I agree with Real. I'm gonna go ahead and veer off and be the conspiracy man. Listen, dog. They all know what he's doing. Listen, if you cheated on someone and got caught, nigga, and you ain't got your clothes cut up or no shit like that, or you ain't got no fucked up shit. Look at Tiger. He's rich. It don't matter. He did some bullshit. He still got caught up and it got crazy. That didn't happen for Derrick Jaxn. He got his wife in a bonnet and a shirt.
The coldest Mac
Yeah,
don't
he-
get caught up. The coldest Mac don't get caught.
Yeah,
You
he
keep saying get caught. Like
Well, whatever.
if you
Whatever.
telling them it's not getting caught.
Well,
if you
I'm just
put it
saying,
out there, that's
whatever-
not caught, bro.
Oh, if he put it out there himself, okay, that's something different. But I'm just
That's
saying
my point.
it's possible.
And
It's
then the
possible.
coldest Mac can work his way around it and get back.
Exactly.
and still have all them on deck.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like what you talking about?
Right,
Exactly.
right.
That's
Court is
and
not
I-
the deal breaker when you
he
pimp
definitely the
I-
king of corny Macs. He's definitely
He's king.
I
He's
bet-
king.
Oh, did you
dog.
hold on?
He's king.
Did you hear the videos that he was sending to the Joe?
No,
What you
I don't
got
know
on?
that
Corny
about.
as
Say, no,
hell.
I'm just playing. Say, no, I'm just
Corny as
playing. No,
hell.
for real.
Right. What panties you got on? I'm just kidding. But the
For real.
size, color. I said, this nigga is corny.
Where you get that one from? Come
But
on,
they
man.
like it because he go to the gym every day. Like
It's
like
over with.
motherfuckers
Yeah,
is easy. It's so
he only
easy.
30. Past 30 is over with. They definitely on a witch hunt from
Yeah.
from 25
It's
to
so
45.
easy. He looked good in that shirt, girl. He got all his hair, right? He dyed his
teeth.
beard, right? Yeah,
Yeah, right. He got all
got
his
his
teeth.
beard.
The
He got
first
his teeth.
girl, the first
He got
girl,
veneers in.
the first girl saw pictures of the wife
Them really
and
his teeth.
boxes, right? And slept in the marital bed all weekend. And she tried to pass it off and say, well, he told me that's what they was breaking up. Broad, whether she was coming or going, you still fucked him in the bed where you saw pictures in the house. Come on, man. And that was the first woman. Yeah.
Can we talk about something else though? Like, I don't even want to fuck him. I don't want to talk about him no more. You know what it really is? You brought up something important, or somebody talked about Creflo Dollar. Let's talk about the real issue. Black women. Why do y'all keep getting fooled? Y'all keep getting fooled. Y'all get fooled by the preacher. Y'all get fooled by Derrick Jaxn, imaginary niggas. Y'all get fooled a lot because y'all want to be right. Y'all don't want to just look in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm gonna have to face reality and see that it's some real niggas out here willing to tell me some truth. Yeah.
That nigga said imaginary
That nigga's an imaginary nigga like dog. Okay, so I'm gonna say it here. I'm gonna say it here again for every woman in the back. Your pussy is never gonna be good enough for me not to want no other pussy. It's just what I want to do. And then the more money I get, the more value I have, the more opportunities I have to fuck who I want. You just can't take, it's nothing you can do about that. You need to relax and pick you a nigga you want to fuck with. And that's just how it is. You don't like it. You don't care what I'm saying. You think it's too harsh. When. Well, just sit back and think about it. Go pray about it then. Because God keeps sending you y'all fake preachers and imaginary niggas on the internet. He can't see your husband, but he didn't send you the imaginary nigga and the preacher before he didn't send you the husband. You don't see a problem with that? Whatever. Listen, pick a nigga that you like, that really fucks with you, and understand his pathology as a man and his sexuality. We don't have sex the way y'all have sex. We are a variety. That's just what it is. We were built that way. Let's study that and don't ridicule us for that.
All right, yo. Let's get into this. Y'all all watched the college scandal drink that you bought us last week?
Yes.
Who you get a chance to watch it, Jay?
No, I ain't get a chance.
Crazy.
You sorry. All right, so Juice, you
I started.
put this on that. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and start that off a little bit.
And what was that again? I'm sorry, I missed you. You said
the college scandal doc on Netflix.
Oh,
Operation Varsity Blues.
nigga. Okay, I'm gonna be light because I know y'all seen it, but listen,
I thought they definitely be planning a different shit. That was like,
dog.
weird, dude.
So for anybody that hasn't seen the whole college scandal documentary or admission scandal that's involving the college scandal that haven't happened with what's her name from Full House?
Lori Loughlin.
Lori Loughlin, and I think it was
Felicity Huffman.
And so we
Frank's
heard about it.
Frank's wife.
we heard about it, and then we kind of I love to see the documentaries on what really happened. And when you really get into what happened, it's amazing. First off, let's point this out. It's already happening, but it's called going through the back door.
Bruh.
That wasn't even a documentary. That was
right.
That wasn't even a documentary part. That was
the shit that had me is that was the most backwards criminal shit I ever seen in my life. When they caught, what's his name?
Main champ.
The main guy, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now, top of my head. My bad, John. I ain't all the way here, but
was it Singer?
Singer, yeah. Singer, right?
I forgot his name too.
It's the twist. The FBI got on him early. They got on the one ball, and then they got on the coach that at Yale, one of them, one of the coaches at Stanford who snitched on Singer. This is the most backwards shit ever. Usually with the feds or whatever, they start with the little man and they build the case. They got Singer early and used him to give up all. So it's like they got the kingpin early and used the kingpin to get everybody else.
That was easy because that motherfucker turned states 3 minutes before he got it. They couldn't offer him a goddamn going Admiral's platter or nothing.
He said, right. They offered no orange soda or nothing.
He started snitching as soon as they knocked on his door.
No, he knocked on the door. They ain't even get him the ultimate feast of nothing. He was a go. The crazy part is everybody has served their time and did whatever except him. He's still walking the streets clean, and he the one who started the whole thing.
He did.
This is the most American. Thing. It's so American, but so fucking backwards. It's crazy.
I don't think this is backwards. He, like I said, he cooperated, right? And then you can't.
But he's supposed to be the big fish.
Right, he is the big fish. He's the big fish who. So first of all, he ain't had no money, so you can't call him the big fish. Just because
he did have money though.
No, he did.
They said the money was coming in and it was going back out on them businesses.
You not hear what I'm saying?
Somebody at the start.
He had an idea. He didn't have any money.
Okay,
right?
Okay.
The people at the beginning bankroll. It doesn't matter today, tomorrow. It don't fucking matter, right? Was he richer than Lori Loughlin? No. Was he richer than the people who created the Hot Pocket? No. He wasn't nothing. He had an idea and he just found a way. Again, these are smart people finding a way. The system will always find a way, right? What's going to break first, the water or the rock? The fucking rock is going to break first. The water's going to keep going. It's going to find a way. He found a way. Dude was smart as shit, right? He was like, yo, water polo. That's like that's the way.
Have him in a pool with the ball, but make sure his shoulders is in the water.
Yeah,
make this a. I would see. I would watch this as a drama, as a big screen production. I would watch this.
And it's the twist. He wouldn't make you a football player, nothing. He would make you a crew, part of crew. Or
he had some shit I had to Google. I was like, damn.
But listen, he used to be a coach at a college. So he already knew the back end of everything because he's dealt with it already. So he already knew how to basically move under the radar. The craziest part about it is the universities was the ones like, oh no, 1 million ain't enough. And they didn't even they didn't go through nothing. They didn't go through they didn't cancel. Like, no, I'm saying like when you think about the Fab Five and them being removed from the record books, Reggie Bush and all these kind of things that happen. And these universities took all this money and there's not even a slap on the wrist. There is no, oh, you know what, you can't participate in this for a year, or how they did the Fab Five, and you get none of those things happen. They just continued on like every day, like business is normal.
There's a back door. This was the side door operation that they blew up.
They got the complexion for the correction. That's all that is.
They said we got two doors. We got the front door, get in or don't, and we got the back door where you pay the lump sum.
But did y'all peep how Stanford had $770,000 that they don't have to even fucking give back to anyone? Like
the board, the board didn't, right? The board didn't.
No, but listen.
School.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like here's the deal. Here's the thing that I think got missed out of all this shit. The money that the school indeed did receive, and probably any of those schools, they don't have to give that shit up.
Right.
They don't have to give it up at all. And so like when we talk about the back door, I really think that those elite families or those people that were able to recognize that shit was like, nah, we not doing that. Cause this shit don't cost that. This shit costs $40 million. It don't cost no fucking $500,000 to get your fucking kid in this fucking system. It just don't. I'm sorry. Because that to me was like, wait a minute, why is there even a back door? If we're talking about the side door, it should be a front door, but we know it's not like that. Because if I'm at Harvard and my family's gone to Harvard and we're the reason why the school can function and shit, and we're dumping money into, we want a lot more privilege. I want my son to be able to go there too and do what he need to do so we can do what we need to do. Just because you're an actor, that's what people don't understand. They're actors. They're not a part of the real elite. They got some money, they actors, but they not a part of these people that's got millions upon millions upon millions into the school that they're donating all the time. That shit's wild, bro.
And they talked about like the education ain't no different. So the school list and the numbers is based on one thing, prestige, right? Like literally that's the criteria for the schools and the goddamn U.S. news publications that come out every year that rank all these schools. And I don't understand why somebody who created something as delicious as the Hot Pocket cares what school their fucking kid goes to. I'm so confused, right? Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something right now, and everybody listens fucking podcast on this podcast, and everybody in the fucking world. If Terrell had $5 million, guess what Terrell ain't sending his children? You want to guess? I'm not sending no fucking college. It's a bullshit ass scam. The NCAA is corrupt. The colleges are corrupt. I don't give a fuck if it's goddamn Towson University, BCC, Essex, or fucking Yale or Harvard. It don't matter. They all bullshit. The same books you can get from the library. For a fucking library card, you got to pay somebody, your heroin taking ass motherfucking teacher, to tell me what I already know. You can't teach me about entrepreneurship. Motherfucker, goddamn, ain't never started a business in your life. Your bitch ass.
Yo.
W-2 employee. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Killing me, yo.
Yo, the funniest shit, that had to be the easiest case. That had to be the easiest phone tap the feds ever did. Like, he was so loose with the illegal activity on the phone that this shit was just...
That's because he didn't think he was gonna get caught. Not even like...
Listen, main man was like, yo, first the one boy caught on was he was like, hold on, I don't know nothing about that. And there was a couple people were just naive with it.
Yeah.
One guy was like, oh, I don't feel comfortable having this conversation over the phone. Like, black people, you would never put it on no rich black folks. We're not having this conversation.
Hey, I got an even wilder documentary. If y'all, I'm gonna just throw this out there. If y'all want to see
Fucking
it,
right, we need a documentary, Juice.
But listen, y'all gotta watch it tonight. I just found it. They taking it out tomorrow. But dog, you not trust me. If y'all watch it, it'll be a great conversation piece. It's called Operation Odessa. Please watch.
Is it about oil? Is it about oil?
I'll put it to you like this. Some niggas want to move some dope and was like, can I buy a submarine? And the motherfucker was like, you want that bitch without missiles or with?
Where's it at? Where's it?
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. Hey, it's almost, listen, it's almost corny. But like when I was watching the previews, I was like, fucking with my weed. And then it's like, the more the previews went, I'm like, oh shit. I got, cause you feel like it's going to be goofy. And then that shit turned into some like, how in the fuck do white people manage to do these things and still be alive? Bro, go watch that fucking documentary tonight, bro. You will not regret it. It's the wild Operation Odessa. They're gonna take that hoe out tonight, bro. That is oh my god.
No. We good. March 31st, Juice. We good.
Okay. Hey,
we good. Listen, we got some time.
Nigga, you gonna be watching that shit like, what in the fuck is like, is this a real story? No, nigga, that's
I'm game, dude. So this is how the damn description say: a Russian mobster, a Cuban spy, and a smooth operator from Miami schemed to sell a Soviet submarine to the Colombian drug cartel for $35 million. I'm in.
That shit.
Thank you, Juice.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Oh yeah.
All and legit. They just showed me a picture of Pablo. I'm in.
Hey, Pablo. Pablo be in every, like, it's only so many documentaries with dope that nigga's not like a part of. Like,
he don't make it to.
Yeah.
All right, yo. What's up with NBA Youngboy, man? He got busted in LA on a federal warrant.
He ain't the only one is getting. It was I want to say NLE Chopper got busted with guns too. So and I'm like, yo,
famous Dax.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, y'all never heard about letting that shit ride in the extra car? Like, oh, I'm ride clean and shit. These niggas just want to ride around with this shit. Like, I mean, I know, but I can't blame them because how many niggas rappers just getting. You know what I'm saying? Getting ran up on or getting shot at, you know what I'm saying? On the highway or wherever else at. Like hookah lounges.
I couldn't even tell you what NBA Youngboy song. I couldn't tell you, honest to death. I probably don't even know his voice on the track. But I know this about NBA Youngboy. He stay in the mix. He still got some shit to say. So, when you talking shit to everybody in the world, I can see how the guns is right there, present and accounted for. But when the feds come, man, They don't miss.
So I got a double. I don't know. I feel weird about it because the feds know everything. Like they could watch you go from 0 to wherever you're going to. Unfortunately, type of rap, hip hop right now that's popular, it involves a lot of drugs, sometimes violence. So yeah, I don't think this is the last. I think this is gonna happen. I kind of had this feeling after R.I.P. to Chucky Trill. That's a rapper here in Houston that got killed in Atlanta. And he's I have a circle of guys that dealt with him, work with him. His manager is actually my OG, my man. So hip hop is very dangerous. I think that there's action that's just gonna start taking place because of that. Usually when you get a lot of killings and shit like that, bro, the feds will get involved. So I don't know what's going on. I think from this NBA case, this was from the Louisiana situation that happened some 6 months back. I think he's still in federal custody. That could get wild. So I don't know. I don't think this is the last. I don't think he's the only person.
Is he coming home or he gonna be?
I don't know, man. It's so much that we'll probably just have to wait to come out because I just feel like there's a lot going on. I'm pretty sure these feds is watching too, man. These killings, they watching. If you talking about you putting money on a nigga head and all that other shit, they listening to that.
They not making it hard to build the case. Definitely, I feel like.
Those two good points right there, man. They it'd be a lot of killing, a lot of 30 clips and extendos and videos.
See, no,
wasn't a young boy thing from a video shoot or something, and just being around some guns and some shit like that. They arrest them, double-digit people on video shoots and all this kind of stuff. Just being around that thing, man. So they definitely, I don't get it.
They use that shit in the courtrooms. Cool. So when you go on the case or the trial or whatever, they bring up your videos. They did it with Boosie. They did it with other entertainers.
What you mean, like your Instagram stuff?
Did it with Casanova.
They just did it with Casanova with Nick Cannon. That's why they denied his bail. You dumb motherfucker, shut up.
They just as dumb as main man singer on the phone talking about that shit all loose. They just on Instagram with it. That's what's crazy. No, that's the
music videos.
Listen, the crazy shit is they know not to do it on the phone, like when you're talking to a motherfucker. They know not to do it then, but don't think not to do it on social media.
No, or do it on the interview that lives in perpetuity.
or a music video.
I don't understand why you go to a point where you want to get out of a certain life and then you stay there, or maybe I'm just old and the goal was to get out of that, you know what I'm saying, space, right? Yeah, right. Like get out the hood and you're like, you know what I'm saying, make all this money. Like, you motherfuckers should be calling Chief Keef.
Gotti said that. Yo, you see Chief Keef dancing the other last week? I say that's what the fuck I'm talking about. This thing was doing some.
I've been saying this shit. Like, you should learn from the Chief Keef book of "Let me get away from these fuck motherfuckers," because motherfuckers is dying going to the Gucci store on the Magnificent Mile. Like, motherfuckers is dying smoking hookah in Atlanta. Motherfuckers is dying driving down the highway in Dallas. Like, dog, go somewhere. If I had static, but let me tell you something. It's gonna take one motherfucker to rob me at home, and then y'all gonna see Terrell. Peace out. It's been cool that I've been here. I love y'all, but I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, it's that dangerous. And it's another thing that's bothering me, yo. Why do these rappers keep getting caught with guns in the airport, man? Like, I keep seeing these stories where these boys, like, who's packing the bags? Do you got so many guns you just don't know where they all at? But how do you get to the airport with a gun in your bag? I don't get it. Like, I packed a bag to the airport before and multiple times, and I like, you kind of make sure you. How does that happen? I can't understand how they.
You know what? I think that some of them you gotta, like, you know what, some, like, I fly. So when I fly, if I'm
okay, you got guns, Jay. Okay.
So when I fly back home, I call just letting y'all know that I'm bringing my joint on. And obviously you can't bring it on the plane, right? So it has to fly underneath the plane, and you have to separate your
gun from the
ammunition. Yeah, you have to separate your ammunition from the actual weapon itself. So it has to be two separate entities. The thing with that is, like, if you're not claiming it, or with some of these rappers and some people, you're already a fucking felon. You dummy, you can't be around fucking pistols or any type of weapon that is. So you're around it, and they're just gonna bring more attention to you. Like, you're gonna come in there smelling like a pound of loud. So they're gonna smell that already, no matter what state or wherever you're coming from. And then now you want to fly with weapons.
I don't think they be fly. I really don't think. I don't think it's a thing where as though they're trying to sneak them on a plane or sneak them. I just think they're not paying attention or something. And that's I can't see how you would think.
I agree.
All the things that go on at the airport. I'm going to sneak this gun on the plane. Or I'm gonna sneak this gun. No, I just think it's a lack of.
Yeah, I don't think
maybe they're just too high.
Sneak a gun through the
air. Maybe it's just too high.
Not no more. Not no more. You can't.
Jules Santana was too high. That happened to him.
Right.
So didn't it happen to Mello too? Carmelo Anthony?
No, I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh, that was weed. That was weed in his bag.
I was on my way to DR. And I'm gonna say this, and I don't care what y'all say. No shit. It is a motherfucking true story.
Funny moment.
If your shit is too big, they check you. It happened to me on my way to DR in fucking February.
Hey Jay, listen, I love you.
I don't care what you say.
Kick him out
the whole joint
Hey,
right now. Kick him out the
listen,
whole joint
listen,
right
yo.
now, dog.
Listen, yo.
Son,
Them 2
kick
bottles
him
you
out
got,
the whole joint.
you better put them 2 bottles away, bro. Because you must be sipping out both the motherfuckers. We is
Yeah.
not going to have this conversation.
You know how
We
when
is
Jay
not going to have
said,
this conversation.
Bro, kick him out the thing for 2 minutes, yo. At least, yo.
Ever.
Anyway, moving on.
Shit, so.
I got something real quick, yo. Did y'all
Go ahead,
see
bro.
the video of the attempted carjacking that happened in DC the other day?
Yes, it did. And the guy died.
No, I didn't.
That was
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
What happened?
So what happened was I think he was Pakistani, I believe, and if he wasn't, forgive me. I know his first name was Muhammad, but Muhammad is also the most popular name on the planet.
Right.
Ansui, something like that. Uber Eats driver, and he literally was being carjacked. Mr. Muhammad tried to stop these 2 young black women from stealing his car, right? You hear the engine rev up, you see the car go into full-blown drive, and as he's hanging off the side of the car, they hit 2 poles on the side of the road while he's in there.
Damn. Why he's on the roof? Is he on the hood?
In the door.
He's coming out the door.
The door. They get to a cross section, and you hear one of the loudest crashes you ever hear in your life. And the person who was recording this at the same time runs down the street with his phone, and literally you see the 2 young ladies hop out the car, and you see his dead, lifeless body up against the wall. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I mean this sincerely. Get that shit up. There's nothing that you own or have or need or want that's worth more than your life. Let that shit go, right? I take my car. I got good insurance, right? Even if I ain't had no insurance, my life is worth everything.
Well, what I tell y'all when I was out working this shit, motherfuckers kept asking me about the checks, and I'm like, and my wife like, well, you gotta be careful. I said, hey, I'm careful all the time, but guess what? Ain't nothing in that motherfucker addressed to me or belong to me. And even if it did, guess what? You can have it. You don't even have to press me. You can ask nicely. You can ask fucked up. You can be an asshole about it. But guess what? If you want it, Jordan Boy gonna give it to you. I don't give a fuck what it is. I tell my kids that shit now. I tell Jordan, look, you got your little Supreme shit on
your face.
Right. Like you got your little shit on the bus, somebody pops it, guess what? It's theirs. I'll replace it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
we used to work at Best Buy, and they used to you could stop people, right? So let me tell you,
to get the shrink.
I wasn't stopping nobody, but I know somebody in my life. They may or may not be on the podcast who was looking for all the static and the smoke whenever somebody was trying to steal something.
Jay, you wanted that PI? Hey, Jay, what was the PI payout, Jay? What was the PI payout?
No.
If it was less than 200, more than $200 or less than $200, you out your goddamn mind.
Hey, he say this, but he hired me to do this job, right? So I'll tell you one story. So it was quick because no one ever stole out the store when I was there ever. Yeah. Like, one time, dude tried to walk past me, and I see him take CDs off the shelf and and a couple other things, and then his girl do the same thing. I stopped both of them. He tried to swing on me, and I had to put the dude against the washer and dryer. And the manager got mad at me. He's like, you can't do that. What do you mean I can't do that? He swung on me. He
had his head stuck between the washer and dryer.
I had him. I didn't even hold him down. I just leaned on him and was like, you ain't going nowhere.
True story. This is all true. This is all true. Yeah, fun times. But yeah, get that shit up. I'm not, bitch. All this shit fucking insured by Best Buy Corporation.
I'll ask you again, right. Jay. How much was the PI payout, Jay? Because that's the only reason you would have did something that stupid.
At that time, right? Let me tell you, I was in a rough spot in my life. I wasn't thinking straight. At the same time, I was having fun. I had women bringing me gold chains. I had me bringing me food. I was like, oh, somebody wants to do this one time. Like, I think the numbers went from like, I want to say like a 3.2 that people were stealing to like 1 point something.
Yeah,
It just
our shrink number was crazy low.
It dropped tremendously. And I used to sit there. I wasn't even full time. I was just part time, just coming there chill. I sold more TVs than everything else than anything else.
Okay, Jay, listen, but what you did earlier, I don't ever want to hear that from you again, all right, brother?
Yo, I thought, come on, yo.
Just so we clear,
next
brother.
time, yo, we gotta start muting niggas at least for a minute.
You got to do better, Jay. All right. Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. That shit gonna happen. Y'all watching?
Yes.
Yes.
May 29th.
I enjoy myself.
Is that Saturday? Is that Saturday? It might be that Saturday.
It is that Saturday.
That is that Saturday.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Say less. Yes,
yeah. New look Lakers and new look next. New look Lakers or new look.
Healthy Lakers in 6.
Hey, put your cup down. Talk about Nets.
Jay, I know you. I said Nets. Jay,
you said next the first time.
Jay, listen, don't correct me on anything you talking about. Okay, let's answer the question, motherfucker. New York. I see you. I'm not asking it no. I'm not asking it no more. New look Lakers.
Healthy Lakers in 6.
In 5.
I like the Lakers.
All right. Can we let what happened as far as James Harden and Houston? Can he be the MVP after that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
James Harden gonna be the MVP because of injuries. The end.
No.
We watched the game for the players.
He can't do it.
I don't. It's a voting thing. Who votes for Jay? Who votes for MVP? Is it the press?
I think
it's the press. It's the press, and then the coaches get. I think each coach get a vote too.
I mean, he might be the MVP this year. I don't know if he's gonna get it though.
Why, Mike?
I'm really gonna give it to him.
Who you think gonna be the MVP over him?
I'm not sure, but I don't know.
You can't say I'm not sure. Who's gonna be the MVP over him?
It might be York. What's the Joker?
No,
they're not gonna give it to Joker.
Joker, 27, 11 rebounds, 8 assists.
Yo, but they play in Denver. Those games come on late as shit. Nobody watching that shit. I fuck with Joker though, but there ain't nobody watching that shit.
He ain't even gonna finish top 5 in voting. Fuck you talking about?
Nah, he is. I'll take that bet.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he gonna finish above LeBron and what's his name? And
I think he's top 5. That's
I
still
think Joker finished. See, because LeBron and them hurt.
Joker gonna be top 5. Ain't gonna make NBA.
Yeah, Joker might finish top 5 only because LeBron and them hurt, bro. Like
he's been healthy too. Like he's playing every game. But like JB said, we don't see them games. We don't see them games, but he hooping. He is hooping. Slow as hell, but he hooping though. All right. I got one more sports question. Draymond Green said he's the best defender to ever play in the NBA.
Draymond has never heard of this guy called Dennis Rodman.
You gotta be confident, man. But that he tripping because he never played. He never played against real centers, so I know he can switch.
He couldn't play the 5 in the 90s.
Fuck no, he would get destroyed. He would get destroyed by a freaking Otis Thorpe. Like, is he crazy?
He couldn't play the 4.
The Otis Thorpe make the Otis Thorpe. Yeah, he could. He probably could. The Otis Thorpe make the podcast. Okay.
Hey, we're not gonna be disrespecting Otis Thorpe, bro. We're not finna.
No, he said he couldn't stand Otis Thorpe. I said that he made the podcast. I said he made it. I never thought we'd hear Otis Thorpe name on the podcast.
No, but Otis was strong. Otis was strong.
Oh yeah. Old Rocket that I respect.
Otis was he would be a 5 right now in the league. Easy.
Otis.
And I like Draymond. But he can't.
Otis Thorpe was strong. That was a strong motherfucker. Get the rebound.
Draymond delusional with that top.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be near that elbow. That elbow at Thorpe. Elbow the shit out you, probably. Fuck your whole shit up.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, Draymond definitely tripping on. Nah,
he can switch. He can switch between positions now.
1 to 5.
There's not a lot of heavy dudes. Like, yo,
I don't even think he can stay in front of a 1 right now.
Just think what Draymond would do with David Robinson. Like peak prime David Robinson.
Not a
What?
damn thing.
Not a motherfucking thing. Like, what?
Shit. All right, hold on. We had this discussion. This weekend. SWV or Escape versus.
Escape.
I'm going with SWV.
That's because you sensitive.
Charm guy, what you got?
I'm going SWV, bro.
So I'm the only one for Escape.
Did we actually pick? No, I'm with you, JB.
Okay.
Jay. Did we actually pick Red versus Meth?
No, we ain't say. I'm gonna go with Meth. I mean, obviously.
No, I'm not. Only way Meth went. He got so many the Wu-Tang shit. But if it was just shit off the album of shit that he just did, I think Red got him. But that Wu-Tang shit might be too much for Red.
That's not even a versus battle. That's a celebration. That's like picking.
It definitely is.
That's
it's
like
gonna be
picking
fun.
Ray versus Ghostface. You can't pick Ray versus Ghostface.
So who going? What about the Osley brothers?
Oh, we already had that conversation, Jay. Wasn't it, Jay?
No,
I was trying to make sure. I want to make sure that everybody had the same answers.
Yo, would y'all sit through another Teddy Riley and Babyface?
Yes.
But do Babyface got to change up what he played, or
no?
Do they got to change that up?
Nah,
you don't feel like that.
He might got to. I think he might have to change the order of what was played, but not what he played.
I mean, when them joints start playing, man, you sing along. You know, I mean, he could go with another. I mean, I don't know. He got another 20s. He got a lot of Babyface to been a part of so much shit, man.
Yeah, I'm here for that. Telly Riley's been a part of so much.
Did he play? Yeah, did he play any TLC shit? He played a lot of TLC shit too, didn't he? No, I think a lot of shit could play. I hope they would switch it up some though. Anybody else got anything want to talk about before we get out of here?
That was good.
Oh, let's talk. Remember this Yeezy stem player shit? Was anybody familiar with that? Someone who sent that? Who sent it to the group? The stem player, the drink, the machine he had.
I sent it. It was such a prototype kind of thing, but I thought it was a dope look. You know, that on that futurist visionary kind of thing. Basically, it's they called it the Yeezy stem player, and it was an electronic device, more or less. It's almost like you could EQ or alter a beat real time, something of that nature. And you could, treble bass and some other things. It looked like he was kind of flickering with the beat real time as it was playing. And I guess it's supposed to be, eventually available as a consumer item. You know what I mean? So on the Steve Jobs side of the game.
So y'all think he really probably worth a couple billion after this one? This joint drop, he probably definitely gonna hit him over the fucking head.
It's all the same idea, branding, marketing, and adding a vision and finding the right people to build out that vision or seeing it and putting your name on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you getting divorced, right? When do they go off the money? Like when they break it down and the money you got to pay to your spousal support.
Every state is different.
When do we stop counting?
When they start looking at them asset, I know Texas there is a community state. When they start looking at them bank statements and all that shit and assets, then they gonna start breaking that shit up.
Don't they get to a point where let's say, okay, like if this thing don't go, let's say he don't sell this thing for a while. When he does start selling that and his money changes, the number that he has, does that change the spousal support too? Or does that go off of when they actually set the number? You get what I'm saying? Like if you start making more money after their divorce, can the number change?
It depends on like you said, and we said it, whatever state it is, and the communion. At the same time, those assets have to be listed in your decree.
They got a prenuptial though. I think they walking away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she ain't hurt for no money,
right? At all. Y'all, anybody got anything else? We good? We good for the night?
I'm solid.
Shit, it seemed like we did it. We covered a lot.
Yeah. Well, This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 137. Fellas,
Yeah.
I like y'all, man. Hey, man, we not breaking up. Man, we not breaking up, yo. This is JBB. I don't know what's going on, man. Joe Buttons and them. I don't know what's going on. I don't even really want to speak on it till we hear more. But it hurt me. It hurt me.
It don't look good.
I feel like that. I feel like a child in their relationship.
They really got some issues.
We don't know because everybody kind of closed mouth with it, but you know.
No, they ain't. The motherfuckers ain't there, and this is problem. That ain't closed mouth. Like,
but they not talking bad about each other neither. So that's why I say it's still fixable. Because
is it money? It must be a money.
Everybody they said it's not money.
They said it ain't money.
They said it ain't money. And I got to finish the episode from Saturday. I started it earlier.
Okay, that's fair. It's probably not money.
Yeah. But y'all, the Brothers Talking Shit podcast, you know, we here. But we love y'all. I mean, we love y'all too. But fellas, I love y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.